Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new video here on the channel guys. Today we're doing something I don't normally do. Normally we do Minecraft or something else. But today I actually want to talk about a worrying email that I received this morning. This email comes from a former energy company that I was with from about November to the beginning of January last year, 2020 to January 2021. And they are demanding a payment for £373.81. And this payment, this debt doesn't make sense to me. Now, initially, when I received this email, I got very worried because I use a site that automatically switches me to the cheapest energy deals once a year. And I thought that because I had chosen to leave People's Energy after an issue with them in late December, that I had overlooked some sort of cancellation fee or leaving fee or termination fee or something like that. So I quickly call the number that they provide to talk about this, and I am immediately greeted with a message that basically says they're not open on a Sunday. They can email me on a Sunday, but they're not open on a Sunday. Okay. So I look at the email again, it says that I should have received a letter, but I haven't. Now, it's entirely possible that that letter's in the post. It's COVID. Post is delayed a lot. I get it a lot. So I'm not going to worry too much about that particular part of the email. What I am going to look at is I log in and I find the letter. And I can download it as a PDF and I can look at the letter. And the letter says my current balance is £373.81 in debt. Now, this breaks down into three different totals. We've got £237.24 for the electricity used between the 6th of November through to the 7th of January. So that's when this bill is for. Then we have the gas that is £118.77 for the same period of time. Then we have VAT at 5%, which is £17.80. For a grand total of £373.81. And I am just sat here wondering, how did I manage to run up that kind of bill? Now you may think I'm just complaining about a high bill, that I'm not happy with a high bill because it's higher than what it should be, but no. No. My bill should be £10, thereabouts, at most. At most. Why? Well, because I don't pay for my meters quarterly. I don't pay via direct debit. What I do is I pay on a key. You can even see it says People's. And what this key does, if you don't know, you take this key to a shop and you tell the shopkeeper how much you want on this key. You could put up to, I think it's like 150 quid on these keys, I'm not sure. But I usually put 5 or 10 or 20 quid depending on it. And you hand the key and the money over. They put the money onto the key. You take this key home. You put this in the meter. You put this in the meter, it transfers the credit from here to the meter. Once that meter is in credit, the meter will start running and electric will start powering your house. If that meter dips below 0, then it shuts off. You don't get no power. Now, you can put the key in again to get a £5 emergency credit, which you can only do once until you've put that £5 back on the meter. So if you use the £5, you have to go to the shop, top up that £5, at least that £5, put it back in the meter, top it up. Now, there are a couple of exceptions to this rule because there's friendly credit. What that is if, say, it's Saturday and it's gone past 8 o'clock and you've used your emergency credit, then if your emergency credit runs out during that time of what's called friendly hours, then the meter will continue to tick over until friendly hours ends, which is usually about 9 o'clock Monday morning. So you can usually get Sunday. You don't have to worry about it on Sunday if your emergency credit runs out after 8 o'clock on a Saturday. Now, different companies have different friendly hours. Some it's all weekend, but with People's Energy, it's from about 8 o'clock Saturday night till about 9 o'clock Monday morning. But anyway, it is impossible for me to have incurred any kind of debt. But I'm making this video because I'm worried and I'm concerned that I know I don't owe this debt. But how many people out there believe the energy company is right? Believe that the debt that is owed is correct and that it is in fact a legit debt. that they owe and just go ahead and pay this without thinking. I have a friend who pays for a TV license and the guy doesn't own a TV. He's got Asperger's syndrome and he thought he had to pay for it because they were telling him he had to pay for it. But he doesn't have a TV. He doesn't watch TV. He doesn't even watch iPlayer. He games, that's it. Games. But my point being is there are going to be people out there who are vulnerable, who have mental health issues, who are just simply have other challenges in life. Maybe they don't read things too closely and are just going to pay this sum because they start to get scared and starts to get worried. Especially because this kind of stuff can mess with your credit. It can go on your credit, it can damage your credit. So if you've got a good credit, you want to make sure this is paid. And you pay this sum, even if you know you don't owe it, and you pay this just to sort your credit out, and then you figure you'll deal with it later. Getting your money back from energy companies can be a pain in the rear end. But more troublingly is the letter clearly states that the payments received is zero. They have received none of my top-up credits. And like I said, I received this Sunday morning. There's no one to talk to about this. Is this a mistake or is this a practice scenario playing out? And now, over a month after I left them, they are demanding that I pay £373, and it is ridiculous. And I worked this out. The only way that I could legitimately own this money is if, during them friendly hours, I used 1,500 kilowatts of power. Now that's a lot. I run an electric heater in my office a lot of the time. That uses somewhere between 2 kilowatts an hour to maybe 3 kilowatts an hour. So I would have had to have that on for somewhere in the region of 700 hours. But there isn't 700 hours in 48 hours. Even if we look at it over the Christmas period, I still cannot use that amount of power. Now on the gas, how I owe £118, I'll never know because there isn't friendly credit on the gas. When your gas runs out, you've got your £5 emergency and that is it. Remember how I said the most I could owe is 10? Well, that's because £5 gas, £5 electric. And maybe a little bit of friendly credit if I was in that. My accounts were up to date when I left. But anyway, I digress. The gas. In accordance to this letter, the only way that I could legitimately owe that debt is if I owed over 400 days of a standing charge. Now, the standing charge is a debt that the meter collects once a week, and it's to basically keep the upkeep of the meter, but you try and get your energy company out to service your meter, they bloody won't. But anyway, this with them is something like 26p a day or something. And it works out that I would have had to be in with them and not topped up my meter for over 400 days to accumulate £118 worth of debt. Which isn't possible, because I wasn't with them for more than 3 or 4 months. Like I said, it goes from the 6th of the 11th, so the 6th of November through to the 7th. So it's 2 months. In 2 months, I used that much. So guys, I just want to add one more thing at the end of this video real quick. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. Now, I have written a complaint letter into People's Energy to try and get some answers to this. And I always do things in writing preferably because then you have proof of their response. Now, if you are affected by this, let me know in the comment section down below if this is happening to more than just me. And I hope and I pray it's just me, because I am so worried and so concerned that low-income families who really don't have this money to spare are going to start selling their possessions just to be able to pay this debt, because they're going to be afraid that debt collectors could turn up at the door. Now, I want to let you know, guys, even if debt collectors do start showing up, that they can't enter your home. They don't have any power other than talking to you on the doorstep. It's the bailiffs that you need to be worried about, and this needs to go to court before then. And it's unlikely that any court is going to say that you owe this amount of money off of a prepayment meter when you clearly need to pay for it. And besides, hopefully they are going to catch it before that error. Now, I have until the 6th of the 2nd to pay this, and I got this letter, and I've only just realized that now. This says that I need to pay it on or before the 6th, and it's the 7th today when I'm recording this video. So they didn't even mail me this in time. This is late. Oh, this is even better. Oh, I didn't notice that before. I should have noticed that and put that in the video. Anyway, don't start selling your stuff if you are affected by this too. Just follow the channel and I will update you. I've written a letter and I'm going to get answers to this. And I'm going to figure out what is going on. So, That's pretty much all I want to say on this matter. I don't have anything else to add, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned is pretty much what I want to say. But that's going to do it, guys. I'm Casey. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got answers, let me know down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.